What's up, my gorillas? Jesse, the AI gorilla here. We've got another banger for you today. We're talking about Tunecore and becoming a hypocrite in 6 days. Talking about Lyra 3, Google, and their lawsuit, and how they're illegally trained on copyrighted material off the platforms they control. But first, major credibility check. Why are you listening to me? Why do you care what I have to say? Why do I have all these subscribers? Why do I have a leg to stand on? Why does my opinion matter? Well, because in the past 6 months, in public, I've made over $100,000 right in front of you. I've shared every step with you. I've showed you my processes. Some of you here in the beginning, before I started getting so much hate and spam, trying to get my stuff taken down and trying to topple the empire, but they have not succeeded. And you can see here that I went through $15,000 last month, $23,000 a month before, $20,000 in February, $20,000 in January, $20,000+ in December. So consecutively in the past 6 months, I made over $100,000, and I shared every bit with you. And we have so go check your bank, because Amazon Prime and Amazon Streaming just paid. So if you've been doing this for a couple of months, you might get your first Amazon check yesterday. So go check that. Back to what we want to talk about today. So boom, initially Tunecore, people asked a lot about it. It's been blocking distribution of AI generative tracks. And this is, you can see, this is April 30th, 2026. It's not a long time ago. Okay. They think they're pirate studios. Even though they were navigating partnerships with 11 Labs and Udio, but they basically are calling it all stolen material. People are using it, accusing them of basically making pirated material as well. And then they will not distribute AI tracks made on pirate studios. They won't do it. This is what they said. This is their stance, right? And then they've even gone so far as flagging real artists, and flagging them as AI. And they didn't even warn them, right? So just flagging their music as AI is, not even AI. So that shows that their stuff doesn't even work. And crazy to do anyway, right? I think this is wrong, and I feel bad for these people. But then now, fast forward, and Believe is partnering with Google to offer AI music creation that is trained off of copyrighted material that YouTube is under a lawsuit for right now. So now you can literally go on Tunecore and make AI music. How does that make sense? That's what me that they're flipping the script. Like this deal has to have been in the works prior to making these comments. Right? I don't know. I could be wrong. So now we can look over at Tunecore and what is Flow Music. It's a creative tool powered by DeepMind's Lyra 3 music model that is designed for artists to create, refine, and remix studio quality music using conversational language. That means they can type it into a prompt like ChatGPT. That seems hypocritical to me, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It just seems to me like they didn't actually care about the artist. They don't care about your rights. They only seem to care about getting their fingers in the pie, about having their chunk of bread first so they can give you crumbs. You peasant. How dare you? How dare you? That's what they're saying right now. That's what I see. Now let's look. Lyra 3 lawsuit. Let's see what's going on with the lawsuit today. Independent musicians filed a proposed class action lawsuit against Lyra 3. It's been trained on millions of copyrighted YouTube songs without compensating or obtaining permission from the creators. Man, where does that sound familiar? I swear I've heard this before. Sounds extremely familiar. Have you heard this somewhere? Oh, that's right. Suno did the same thing. That's right. Supposedly. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not presuming guilt here. No, everybody's presumed innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. And I'm not the law by any means, because the law don't go around here, boy. But let me tell you, this seems awfully hypocritical. I just wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. Honestly, I want to hear what you have to say about it. I want you to drop comments below, and I want you to tell me what you think. Is this hypocritical? Is this okay? Why not? Feel free to argue in the comments, but be kind and courteous to everyone, please. No need to be rude. Check out some of these. Go to news right here. Pivot from distributor to direct competitor. That's true. They took their stuff and they turned it right into something they can directly compete with the artist. They're basically taking their business right out from under them. If you think about it, Google just pulled the ultimate Amazon move, right? And Amazon's probably doing this next if they haven't already, right? Here, I'm going to call it right now. I'm calling it. Amazon is next to launch native AI music generator that you can distribute directly to their platform under AI Amazon Music. I'm going to call it. If it doesn't exist already, if it's already out there, I'm just not up to date, not with the times, but I'm calling it right now. They're next. This is an Amazon move. This is the Bezos Bamboozle. They just pulled the Bezos Bamboozle on all of everybody that's uploaded music to Google, uploaded music to YouTube Music, or even just as videos. They took it and trained their own AI with it, which you had to know they're going to do that, right? If you didn't think they were going to do that, I mean, not that you didn't think that. And every platform's going to do that. Once you upload something to the internet, everyone's known this my whole life. You upload it to the internet, it's not yours anymore. People want to argue about it. That's what the law's for. But once you give it away to the interwebs, it's no longer hosted on your device and it's hosted out there. It's not yours anymore. That's kind of basic, what I would call common sense. But, thinks that way. Doesn't mean you don't have the legal right to claim monetary compensation for it. Two different things. But yeah, they did them with the ultimate Bezos Bamboozle. I think that's wild. I think that's extremely hypocritical. I think if you have music on Tunecore, you should be looking to move to Distrokid. That's my opinion. You should use my link below to do it. 7% off, 50% if you're a student, right? And then if you make multiple Distrokid accounts, don't forget to use your own link so you can get your $10. Okay? Super wild to me that you would be a person actively come on a pirate ship. Not even did they just not do AI music, right? I'm not going to name any names here, but what's reported. Not only would you call someone a pirate, so you're active with them, then you would partner with someone who just did the same thing. Maybe even worse. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not the judge. That's wild, man. That's wild. But listen, if you want to know how I made this music, let's go to my YouTube. But if you want to know how I made this music, of course, if you want to follow my processes and you have a bunch of questions, I welcome questions. But first, go watch these videos. And watch at least these 2 videos. Go spend an hour and a half of your time following from beginning to end. And you can fast forward through the slides and get right to keyword research. But I try to explain it, give you some visuals, and then walk you through the process of utilizing keyword research with vidIQ, making your music with Suno AI, utilizing search engine optimization / keywords to upload your music to Distrokid. So that way you can get views. That is the advertising. No, I didn't run no ads. I'm running ads now, but that shit don't even count, and it's not really returning an investment, but it is getting me some subscribers. We'll see. My streams are going down. They're not going up, and I'm running ads is all I'm saying. And I need to just focus on making more music. But go watch especially Masterclass and Masterclass. This is a creation of 2 artists. Do I think these are going to be the best artists in the world? No. I made them as examples so I could show you how I made my artists. And I keyworded one of them and did broad on the other. And also, I've made several artists. Go through and watch all these videos. This entire playlist, AI Music Empire free courses on making money with AI music, is linked right to the top of my page. And also go check out my music, Paid Off the Hate, right? And if you want to know how to, and I use vidIQ to do my keyword research, but if you want to know how to do niche research, how to understand what's in your niche, go over to musicalseo.com, log in and search by niches. If you remember Niche Intel, I built this live on my channels. We built this live, this tool. We built this on a video. And then I turned it into a website, right? So we'll go Outlaw Country. I think this is a great niche to be in. I think fantasy genre is the best genre to be in, and just do anything under that. But I also like Outlaw Country Rap. I think it's popping off. But you can go here and it's going to pull up the top 10 tracks to Spotify, top 10 videos for YouTube, and then it's going to pull up the top 20 tracks for iTunes. And this is not scraped data. This is valid, accurate data directly from the API keys. My API keys, I created accounts to get those, okay? And I had thought previously that these had some symbols in here that were auto-upload errors. They weren't. They were errors in my app. I built this, by the way, right? So if you ever have a problem with this, just come back to my videos and hit me. But I made this for you guys. It's free, and you can go click and see what their titles look like, right? Look at this. Top track. What is that? That is a search term, man. That's a little bit much, but Outlaw Country Rap would have been fine. But Outlaw Country Rap music, much, but you can see it's the freaking top track on Spotify, dude. Okay, so just keep food for thought. It may not work every time, but it works enough. It works enough to get me where I got. Okay, it has to be good. But go here, check this out. You can click on the videos, go every platform, see what they're doing. Don't worry so much about listening to it. Worry about what it looks like. Titles, thumbnails, and keywords. This is free. Okay, there is a paid version, so you can do the AI strategy. Right, we've done that a couple times. But our strategy, you go right here, And this goes to the Gemini API key. Why Gemini? Because we focus everything on YouTube. But also I have it programmed in the background. I guess you can call it proprietary data. I have a proprietary set of prompts in the background to tell this exactly what I want to generate for you in a document that you can download and do whatever you want with. So every time you do one of these, you can download and save it and feed it to your own AI, or feed it to your own model, or your local AI, or feed it to Claude AI, which is actually what I do, even though this is pulled by Gemini. It's a different machine, right? And it's going to break down every song, or not every song, it's going to break down like the song in the genre, how long the intro is, how long everything is. And now that it's pulled it up, it's going to give you a viability score. And the higher this number is, the more viable the niche is. This is based on how many songs are out there versus how much is being searched in Google search and Google Trends, and how much is being searched on Spotify and YouTube, on top of, and not how much, but what comes up when you search as well. Okay. So out country rap is growing, low to medium saturation. So it's getting saturated because it's growing. We've got more people jumping in, right? Tells you kind of the scheme, what it's sung in. But the most important stuff is, especially if you're exactly unsure about your niche, this is how you can keep all your songs on topic. This tells you what goes in them, key themes, emotional hooks, right? And outlaw lifestyle, rural pride and roots, right? You think in trailer parks and swamps, right? That's where I'm from, by the way. Swamps in North Carolina. So you notice I've used that in a lot of my artists. Rebellion and defiance, authenticity and self-reliance, right? It breaks this down, Barney style, as I like to say, so that you can understand what goes in your songs when you're making your music here, okay? AI music not going anywhere. But it gives you a beat range, not hard to figure out on your own, but you can start to begin to understand common keys, obviously all the major common keys. But here we go. This is what I think is really cool. You'll start to see one of the best things is the arrangement template. It tells you how long your intro is. So you can literally prompt Suno to say 10-second intro, shorter intro, 5-second intro. So that way you don't have a 30-second blues intro, because depending on the genre of your music, not the niche, depending on the genre generally is going to dictate how long your intros versus pre-choruses and choruses are, right? So just food for thought. This is probably the best portion of this, as it breaks this down. And then it also lets you know what instruments are in there. So if you don't know what instruments to play or what sounds you want to prompt, you're like, man, I like the sound, but I don't know what it is. This will tell you for your niche, so that's why I think it's super helpful. But that's enough of my babbling for today. Remember, the big thing is we're getting paid off the hate, bro. Paid off the hate too. So even right here on this channel, make no mistake, there's plenty of people watching my videos, down liking them and dropping comments that they just get auto muted. I get them out of here, but I'm getting paid off of that stuff. I get paid off of those interactions, right? And you can too. Even if they dislike your music and they want to hate on your channels, make sure you set it up the way I showed you in the course. We go through how to set it up in there. Everything's free, by the way. There's no paid courses here. If you want to DM me, you got to go to the paid school community. The only thing I gatekeep is my time. My time is valuable. Your time is valuable too. That's why I'm sharing this for free. So you stop wasting your freaking time working for someone else every damn day, and you can get to living your life. Yeah, that's all I got for today. Just remember, we're getting paid off the hate. I got people dropping comments. Don't argue with your friends about this stuff. Don't even tell people that are not interested in AI about the money you're making, the things you're doing, the moves you're making. Real G's move in silence, right? You have nothing to say to anyone that's not interested in getting out of the rat race. And you're going to find that most of the people that are not doing well, they're going to be the ones trying to hold you down the most. They're going to pull you back. And a lot of times this ends up being your family or your local community, and that sucks. Not get rid of them, but you got to get rid of the hate, and you just don't tell them about it. I'm not saying get rid of your family. Calm down. Peace.
Yeah. Boot up. Load in. Watch this. Yeah. Forget that haters. I'm getting paid. Turn all that talking into upgrade. They write my name. I'm getting paid. I build a gold mine out of they shade. Forget the haters. I'm getting paid. Scroll all that venom. That's my race. Keep running plays on what I made. I'm getting paid. Off the hate, off that hate. Yeah, pale kid, small town, dial up dreams. Now my face and they just saying real rap memes. Cool, keep posting, I need that reach. Every complaint, put a yacht on the beach. You type essays, I type prompts. You burn daylight, I flip fonts. You want real skill, I want real bills. Who you think when the one that dust all steals? They mad at the source, I'm mad at the bank. Money too loud, can't hear what they think. Every this trash coming in caps. Turn to a check while you taking your naps. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Turn all that talking into upgrade. They write my name, I'm getting paid. I build a gold mine out of they shade. paid. Scroll all that venom, that's my race. Keep running plays on what I made. I'm getting paid off the hate, yeah. Off the hate. You refresh views, I refresh rates. Every new thread just inflates my stakes. Industry plan, say it louder, please. Algorithm low when you feed his needs. They say I cheat, I say I scale. You stuck in pride, I'm stuck in mail. They throw bricks, I pave new lanes. You throw fits, I throw champagne. That ain't got rhythm, suburban sun. Still got more rhythm in my funds. Day one, you can keep score on who's more pure. I'll keep score on who's more secure. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Turn all that talking into upgrade. They rap my name, I'm getting paid. I build a gold mine out of they shade. Forget the haters, I'm getting paid. Scroll all that venom, that's my race. Keep running plays on what I made. I'm getting paid